Yeah, today, and you know what I mean, I'm going live. So hope you guys tune in. I'm gonna talk about Dame Dash. We'll talk about the Kendrick Lamar album dropping, and the so-called stirring up beef with Kendrick Lamar and Lil Wayne over the New Orleans NFL Super Bowl. That's supposed to be coming up. And just we're gonna talk about also the AI robot. Kanye's ex-wife Kim Kardashian. You know that we saw that she was having fun with AI robots. So you know, make sure this is a live stream. Make sure to subscribe, like and share, and leave your comments and stuff like that, and let me know what's going on with you guys. So I'm gonna jump right into it, man, and I'm gonna jump right into it so that we won't waste no time. So the issue right now that's going on in the media and social media is about Dame Dash. Dame Dash, the Black American entrepreneur from years ago, in the 90s, Jay-Z partner in the Rockefeller Records. He had the Dynasty, a whole bunch of slew of artists like Beanie Siegel, Freeway, just nonstop on PD Crack, nonstop artists that was on that Rockefeller label that made it, what it is. And it was a good time that they had at that moment that was going on with the label, and having fun, drinking, making money, and all those things, and people spoke about Jay-Z not treating them fair in certain things, or giving them a certain amount of money that didn't really add up, and certain like shifty, shady movements that Jay-Z did to a lot of the artists that was on the Rockefeller record label. Big up to Kanye still too. He was there at that moment, and he was the beat maker, and they didn't really have any faith in him as being a rapper, but he broke through, and he never stopped moving from that point on too. So during all of those things, those moments that I also shared from watching them over the time and stuff, like, and the thing about it is, now when I would have to say that, guys, you got to do some kind of contract, man. I don't care how much you think this person is your friend, or your boy, or you trust them. It has to be on paper, man, so that you could make sure you get your money, make sure you get paid. Because if it's not on paper, well, I could give you $500, $600, and I can make $1 million off the record, and you'll be bitter about it. So do the paperwork, man. And you can't just point the finger. You have to blame yourself for not doing the paperwork and entrusting people to do things for you. So anyways, let's go to the Dame Dash thing now. After all the smoke had cleared, the fire came back with over the years that Dame Dash earned, or basically shared or owned, 1/3 of the Rockefeller Reasonable Doubt album. Over the years, when Dame Dash and Jay-Z broke up, Dame Dash had that 1/3 as his own, and he kept it for a long time. And I guess over time, I believe it was Jay-Z that offered him money, and he refused, and stuff, and things like that. So now it came to a point where Dame Dash owes about 8.7 million dollars in debt, due to IRS, due to copyrights infringements on a movie by a person by the name of Weber, and also he owes child support that he did not pay at all. So now all of those debt added up, and what happens now? The state asks you that you have to give over that 1/3 to pay off your debts, and it was delayed a few times. The auction for Dame Dash to get rid of the 1/3 and sell it to pay off his debts. And now it finally happened like a few days ago. And it was supposed to be auctioned off for $3 million at one point. But I guess, during the auction, it was like two bidders that bidded like 200,000 they bidded. But somehow an anonymous state employee maybe actually purchased the 1/3 of the Reasonable Doubt album for $1 million. And this was done because Dame Dash has to pay off the IRS, he has to pay off his lawsuit, he has to pay off child support, and all of those adds up to about $8 million. So it was sold for $1 million, and now the IRS will take that money, and maybe that will go also towards child support, but he will still owe about $7.7 million in debt. And Dame Dash thought the album was going to be sold for more than that, and he thought it was more valuable than that. But it did not happen that way. And he thought that was the time for Jay-Z to actually, purchase the album and get it back. But Jay-Z filed some sort of paperwork that it will revert right back to him around 2031 or so. So he would eventually get the album back, owning all of Reasonable Doubt. And Dame Dash did not really expect that to happen, so he was at loss. He wanted to know why did Jay-Z not purchase the album? What was going on? Why wasn't he there? And now the album, the 1/3 album share is in the hands of the New York State, and basically they call it now state property. And that's really, really messed up. That happened to Dame Dash. And, he's at, I think, the 27th tax delinquent in New York State. So he have a lot of debt to pay off still, and it did not go the way he wanted it to go. And, but after all of that, you still got to move on and fight and make it happen. And he's an entrepreneur, so he's going to have all types of ideas and other ventures he could actually do. I respect him in that sense, for his motivation and his some honesty towards people around him. But over time I've seen Dame Dash. I don't know him personally, but I think over time all those times I see him, I think he needed some sort of advisor, because I know in your mind, you got it all planned out and you the boss and everything like that. But I think he needed some kind of advisors for some kind of guidance, when you being really overly righteous, arrogant. So, that's the story about Dame Dash, and I just hope he'll be back on his feet. He can't pay off his debt. That's $8 million, man. That's a lot of money. So I know he's disappointed at this point in time, but things do happen, man, and that's just the way it is, man. So make sure, this is a live recording. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Black Scope. You know what I'm saying? And don't waste no time. Share and like also. So let's move on to Kendrick Lamar, man. Kendrick Lamar is the man. He had dropped an album called GNX a couple of days ago. And the whole controversy between him now is between Lil Wayne and him, because Kendrick Lamar was chosen to perform at the next Super Bowl in New Orleans. And Lil Wayne, seeing that they chose Kendrick Lamar over him, he never really understood why that happened, because Lil Wayne is from New Orleans, and that would have been a great monumental historical event for him, and it did not happen. So he stated on a social media network that he was really disappointed and hurt that he did not get chosen for the New Orleans Super Bowl for the next time. So, you know, and they have his reasons. Some people say that Lil Wayne is a drug addict and he can't even they probably chose him they probably did not chose him for that reason. They know that, I mean, look at the time, look at the years that you see Lil Wayne evolved, and he over time, certain times you see him where he looks sick, and he doesn't look like he's in his best health. And some people say too much of that lean and too much of that high grade marijuana. So that really, probably deteriorated him over time. And Kendrick Lamar, as we can see, is like a real drug-free type dude, positive dude, and he's been putting in work ever since he came onto the stage. So they chose him, and that's just what happened. And now, it was like Kendrick Lamar dropped the album, and in his album he stated that he actually was, and he said that Wayne was like disappointed for his hard work. Like, he did hard work, and how can you not be disappointed at me for me putting in hard work? So he kind of like, he said like, okay, whatever. He brushed it off and continued to rap, and now like it's kind of like a stirring up kind of a beef. People are looking to see what's going to happen. And, Wayne made a remark saying something about, I was just minding my business, and here's some person here, Kendrick Lamar come trying to stir up the beast, and he said, I don't want to destroy nobody, but, if I have to, I will, don't take my kindness for weakness. And, I think it's still the hurt behind the idea that Wayne will not perform, at the New Orleans Super Bowl. And a lot of tension is arising right now. We don't know if Wayne is going to make a diss record at Kendrick Lamar, but Kendrick Lamar is at the top of his game, and I think he's ready for anything, because he destroyed his homeboy Drake. So I know Lil Wayne is a top lyricist, artist, and he's very liked, by the public for his lyrics. And people love Kendrick Lamar too. So if that battle was to happen, who would you vote for? Who would you side with? Because it'll be something great for hip hop, and I hope there's nothing physical will come out of it, in the sense of like real fights and shooting and killing, but it's a battle. If that's the case, if Lil Wayne feels a certain way about that and about what Kendrick Lamar said in the song, well, if you feel a certain way, then he got to do something about it, right? Do something about it. So basically, I'm recording live. This is Black Scope. Make sure you subscribe and share and comment on my channel right here, because I'm doing a live right now. So anyways, so let's move on to Kim Kardashian, Kanye's ex-wife. We seen her with the Tesla, the Optimus Tesla, all right, robot, AI robot, and we saw her posing with the cyber cab, taxi, driverless, autonomous. And now it's like we saw her interacting with the robot, trying to do like a hard thing, and it responded back to her, and she's trying to interact with it, and it's fairly reacting. It's not a bad reaction. It's not really talking and really having a great conversation. It's more of gestures and things like that the robot is actually reacting to. So basically this robot is about it's about 5'8". Robot is about 5'8". It's about 125 pounds. It can deadlift 150. It can carry 45 pounds. I don't know the charging time for the robot to get recharged, but they say, when those robots Elon Musk start to sell them, it's going to be about $20,000 to $30,000 for one of those Tesla Optimus robots. So Kim Kardashian is there. First, I thought that she bought the robot. I thought that she had some exclusive, access to getting one of those robots early out. And I just, but I found out it was a photo shoot. But yet I was thinking to myself, man, fellas, once these girls get a hold of those robots and stuff like that, man, what you think is gonna happen, man? You're gonna go off to work and you think this robot is gonna be cleaning your house when the robot is gonna be cleaning up your woman. She might just add on some kind of strap on to the robot, and that robot will bang out for a good hour straight, probably 2 hours, man. And when you come back home, she's all tired and worn out and very happy, and you jump in the bed thinking you're going to get some tonight, and she says no, she doesn't feel like, she's very tired. Oh well, that robot there, all that robot needs is to be recharged, man. So what do you think about it, man? I don't like the idea, of the robot, of my wife actually, leaving the robot home with my wife all day, every day, and she doesn't really, do some clever things to invent some kind of sex machine at home when I'm at work. So it's a crazy thing, guys. So tell me what you think about that. That photo shoot with the Tesla robot and the cyber and the truck itself, the taxi. And it's a new age happening, and probably generational kids are going to definitely see robots as a normal thing in society. And over time, these robots will become real, better, functional, versatile. They'll be talking, they'll be running faster, they'll be doing all sorts of things. They'll be walking the dog, they'll be picking up groceries, they'll be going to the doctor for medication. They'll probably be cooking as well, serving you drinks, and they'll be vacuuming and cleaning the house, while you are somewhere else having fun. How much is it to upkeep these robots when you purchase them? I don't have no idea. How much are the parts if something happens to these robots? I have no idea, man. How long does it take to charge the robots? I have no idea. But tell me what you think. If you got the answers, tell me what you think. This is Black Scope. You know what I'm saying? And this is recorded live. I try to do lives on a Saturday. So all my subscribers, I want you guys to start tuning in to my network. This is Black Scope, and I want to say peace out. And this is it.